Many travelers dream of experiencing the beauty of Tanzania, from its stunning national parks to vibrant cultural sites. Yet the costs often seem overwhelming. But with Visit Tanzania for Less, exploring this East African gem on a budget is not only possible, but incredibly rewarding. Whether you're a solo backpacker, a volunteer, or just a budget-conscious traveler, we provide valuable insights and resources to make your journey unforgettable without breaking the bank. Book your trip now with just a $300 deposit and flexible monthly payments until your travel date. For more travel inspiration and tips, follow us on Instagram or visit us at visittanzaniaforless.com. Visit Tanzania for Less, your dream adventure within reach.
Good afternoon. This is Community Focus with your hosts, Gregory T. Roberts and myself, Melvin Burns II. You do see that Gregory T. is not here. We are still praying, hoping my brother gets well soon and joins us back in the studio. I know he is listening, so get well, my brother. It's 2 o'clock. It is Community Focus, and as always, we like to bring you news and stories from our Muskegon community. Before we do that, let me tell you about the weather. Beautiful day today, low 55, partly cloudy, high of 76. Tomorrow, again, partly cloudy, low 54, high of 75. Sunday, 40% chance of rain, low 58, high of 71. A little more chance of rain on Monday, 55%, low 54, high 68. Tuesday, still a 35% chance of rain, low 53, high of 67. Wednesday, sunny, low of 55, high of 74. And again on Thursday, low of 58, high of 77, but nice and sunny. So June is starting to pay us back for that miserable May we had. Our program is sponsored by Bishop Custom Series, so go see the Bishop for your upholstery and entertainment needs. My brother Gregory T got me into trouble with this top 5 news thing, and I said last week I am exhausted with the news coming out of Washington, but we got to talk about a few things. If you were watching the news, Ukraine fighting back. Did you hear about the Spiderweb, Operation Spiderweb? Ukraine sent drone bombers into Russia, destroyed a third of their strategic bomber fleet. And of course, as you expect, Russia did retaliate with over 400 drones and ballistic missiles, but the war continues. What else happened this week? Just today, we had a major jobs report come out. We had 139,000 jobs added to the economy. About 125 was projected by the Wall Street Journal. Unemployment is still at 4.2%. For those of you that don't know, unemployment is measured by those folks seeking employment. Expect those numbers to creep up a little bit, would be my guess, over the next couple of months. So we're just starting to see the impact of the federal labor force and those major layoffs. Game 1, NBA Finals last night. I'll admit I turned too early, and late in the afternoon I saw a few text messages from my guy text group, and apparently Indiana Pacers won Game 1. I did see the buzzer beater on ESPN later, but interesting series between two young, aggressive teams, Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And final story of the week, if you have ever spent time around 2 kindergartners, we might need you to referee this little spat between our 47th president and his former acolyte, Elon Musk. They are squabbling. So now maybe this is a play to get everybody back on uh, X, formerly known as Twitter. But apparently they have a beef going. And somebody said it's like a battle between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, with both guys being Drake. I thought that was pretty good. So if you want some entertainment, you can follow that little battle between those two. All right, we got a comment already before we get going. It's go GaLeecia. I have not even introduced my guest, but that's what we're getting ready to do. Also, you saw the promo. We want to still remind you, kids free trip to Africa. I just saw a post. They're about 57% of the goal. Folks are still making generous donations. We want to encourage you to be a part of this tremendous effort by the station, the Community Help Network, and the overall Muskegon community. All right, to my left, maybe you're right on the screen. I want to welcome to the program. Will you all join me? Welcoming to Community Focus for the very first time, Miss GaLeecia Rowe of
GaLeecia's Designs.
GaLeecia's Designs. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
All right, GaLeecia, tell people a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is GaLeecia Rowe. I have a small business. It's called GaLeecia Designs. I've been doing this business for 4 years. It recently started to blow up, which is why I've been getting so many opportunities and decided to be on here today. I started this business just for my family and me, just doing small designs and stuff for when we had parties or when we wanted to go to a game. And one day my mom and my sister posted, and it just went up from there. It started as a hobby, and now it's a business, and it's something I love doing.
Okay. Well, let's start off. You came in the studio today. You broadcast with it, which is fine.
Yes.
Let's give this shout out. Who'd you bring to the studio with you today?
I brought my mom and my dad. Shout out to them. They have been my main support. They've been helping me with everything. My dad is the one who actually purchased my first heat press machine. So thank you.
Dad, get a contract. She's blowing up. Parents, we never get our money back, but it's good to see them in the studio supporting you. It helps you make you feel comfortable. So you're a native of Muskegon.
Yes.
What high school did you attend?
Muskegon High School.
You graduated what year?
I didn't graduate from Muskegon High School, though. I went to online and graduated from Success.
Okay, that's good enough. So how old are you?
I am 23 years old.
So when you finished high school, what did you think you were going to be doing?
I did not think it was this.
Okay.
I actually did not have my mind up when I graduated. I wanted to be a nurse first, and then I wanted an office job, and it just kept going and changing and going back. And then I just started this, and I was like, well, close enough.
Okay. So tell us about GaLeecia's Designs. What exactly do you do?
So I do graphic designs. I make shirts, backdrops. I also decorate events. I do balloon decor.
You say shirts and backdrops.
Yes.
What's a backdrop?
A backdrop is like a banner, but it's the longer one, not the one that goes side to side, up and down.
I kind of thought, but it just, might not just be me. So shirts, backdrops, what else?
Balloon garlands. I decorate parties, events. I make water bottles, Capri Suns. I pretty much design and make everything.
Okay. How long have you been doing this?
4 years.
4 years. So it started off, did you always have artistic talent? Is it something you were, did you do the hat you have on?
Yes, I did.
Oh, well, good advertising for it. If you can't see it, again, if you're on the radio, this, I don't know if I'm old, but it's blinged out. I don't know if we still use that. Do we still use that term?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, it looks nice.
Thank you.
So good advertising for the business.
Thank you.
So how did you know you could do this?
So I used to always just make like collages and stuff for like when we had family events, and I used to make the collages, and we'd go to a different person and have them put it on the shirts for us. And my dad was just like, well, if you could make the designs, you could put them on the shirts. I'll buy you the heat press. And I was like, okay, well, let me give it a try. And my first try was a bag for my sister. And I was like, that actually looks pretty good. And I just gotten better over the days.
So do you remember the first person that paid you for something you did?
Yes, I do.
Okay. How did it feel?
Good.
Well, good. So And one of the things we talk about in this show often with people who start off with an interest or something they like doing is there's two sides to it. There's the I like doing this side. Then as you're probably learning now, there's the business side,
Yeah.
tracking inventory and
Yes.
what do I charge people? And I don't want to charge them too much. But,
That's me right now.
but the work you're doing, what you do also has value. Materials cost you money,
Yeah.
those kind of things. So let's talk about the fun side of designing. What's one of the things you've done that you have enjoyed the most?
With the designing, one of the things that I designed that I enjoy the most is like finding the pieces to go on there and putting them together and then just watching it all come together and you're just like, wow.
So everybody ever come to you with something you go, I just you start off with I have no idea how to do
Yes.
this, and then is that when the creative process
Yep.
kicks in?
They're like, can you do something similar to this? I recently made a full outfit, hat, shirt, skirt, everything.
Okay.
And when she showed me the inspiration, I was like, I'm not sure it could look exactly like that, but we'll see. And it actually turned out better to me.
Good. So have you ever had to turn anybody down?
Yes.
Okay.
Only a few, but not many.
Don't say any names. Was it just something too creepy or too weird or just?
No, actually, it just was something that I have not added to my business yet, which soon it would be there. I recently got a new machine and I'm learning how to use it, but some of the stuff they wanted, I was like, oh, I have yet to try my machine out. So I can't do that.
And that's wise. If there's something you're not capable of doing, not everybody wants to experiment on it. And somebody will come to you and say, well, just try it. But it's good to be honest and know what your business limitations are. Well, that's good. So I see we got another comment. I can't always read the screen. It'll come across. She made stuff for your daughter too. Wink, wink. Because that's Tina Burns, I have to disclose, that's my daughter who's a friend of yours.
Yes.
And apparently you have made some items for her that
I
are
have.
probably paid for. If they were paid for. So tell me about the business side, because now you're a businesswoman.
Yes.
So what has that experience been like?
It's been rocky.
Uh-huh.
Deciding on like the prices and stuff, because like you said, you don't want to charge too much, but you also want to, get your worth as well. And it's just like, I don't know what to charge them. And then, searching for the supplies and going to get the supplies, spending the money for the supplies.
Yeah.
Supplies is very expensive.
Yeah.
And then you do get some of those kind of rude customers, but you still have to serve them. So
After you get finished, they don't want to pay you for work.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about your kids, but and I said it because again, one of the things I enjoy doing is we talk to a lot of people who are starting out a business or been in business a few years, entrepreneurs like yourself, and so those are common experiences. I don't know if you've had a chance to maybe talk to people that do what you do or similar things to kind of learn from their experience.
Yes.
Any people have kind of been like mentors for you?
Yes. Can I shout her out?
Yes.
Her name on Facebook is Erin Jackson. She does basically what I do, but she's been in the business way more than me, and she has been the perfect mentor. She's been helping me with everything. She's the one who talked me into getting my machine, actually. So I can expand my business. She's just been a big help for me. She's been showing me the ropes, teaching me things. She's been helping me on designs.
Were you surprised at the fact that she does the same thing, that she is willing to be a mentor for
I
you?
am. I was very surprised because a lot of people are not like that.
Okay. And that's a very valuable thing to have. And,
yes.
A lot of people will say, a lot of people who are successful like to share. There's some people that don't, but I find a lot of people are successful, they want to share their knowledge.
Yes.
And it's sort of their way of giving back. And again, nothing wrong with helping other people. So as you're getting started, keep that in mind. There's somebody you can give advice to.
Yeah, I actually do give advice to a lot of people still.
Stay off your territory. So the business aspect. And again, so now I don't know what that is. So I'll let them deal with that. So computer things happening here. So you make a little money in your business now.
Uh-huh.
So do you have a business account set up?
I do not.
Tell me how I don't want to get personal. So what aspects of the business are you learning about set up business accounts, or you got to deal with Uncle Sam's? Have you gotten into those issues yet?
No, not too much into it, but I am trying to open up a business account. I do have to renew my LLC. When I first started out, I had one, but it's time to renew it.
Okay, I do that.
They told me something about sales tax that I have to go figure out. Like it's a lot.
Yes, yeah. It is, but that's a part of, and it's okay. That's a part of growing, learning your business. You got to learn different methods of payment because everybody wants to be paid
Yes.
different. So
Yes.
it's exciting because you get to learn all these things along the way.
Yes.
But again, you're enjoying the craft
I am.
and creating. Before we go too far, let me make sure if folks want to reach you, how can they reach you if they're interested in learning more about your business or maybe soliciting services from you?
Um, so if you have a Facebook, you can reach me on Facebook. My name is GaLeecia Rowe, GaLeecia Rowe, ROWE, or you can also reach me on my other page, which is just Leecia Rowe.
Okay. So now I also see here in front of me that you are supporting the Juneteenth Community Parade that's coming up on June the 19th.
Yes.
So why did you decide to do that? Because when you have a business, people always want to approach you like, "Hey, support this." So why did you choose to support this item?
The lady reached out to me on Facebook and she said that someone had came to her personally and mentioned me and said that I would be a good fit for that. And I always like to participate in things that my
Mhm,
city is doing.
mhm.
So I was like, why not? Yeah, I know how to do it.
Okay. So will you be there as a vendor?
So I will be helping with the floats and I'll also be a vendor. Yes.
Okay. So that day during the vendor, you'll have a booth or a table or something, and
Yes.
you'll have some of your designs there that folks can see.
Yes. I'll
Okay.
have some of my personal designs and then I'll also have just a few Juneteenth designs as well, just to support and celebrate the day.
Okay. So people can see you there on the 19th at the Juneteenth parade. You have items that's at uh, June 19th from 11 to 4 p.m.
Yes.
and the parade starts at 490 Western Avenue.
Yep.
Well, that'd be exciting. Folks get a chance to see you. Now, read in your bio notes that you want to learn more about your history. What? So, tell me what your thoughts about June 19th from what I mean Juneteenth from what you know so.
From what I know so far, it's just like celebrating the blacks and like the slavery and things that went on before I was born. So,
Yes, very good. Yeah.
so I just would like to learn more about that history. I mean, I learned a little in school, but I know it goes further than that. So,
So June 19th celebrates the day that the last slaves, Civil War ended 1865. So it celebrates the day that the last slaves who were in Texas found out they were free.
wow.
Just much well after the war ended in April. So
Yeah.
the very last slaves were freed in Texas. And
Okay.
so that's where the Juneteenth comes from.
Okay.
Somewhere in June, the last slave was freed. So that's part of where the celebration comes from, you know. So and it's good to learn more about your history, what
Yes.
that's about, and be a part of that event. I'm sure during that day, some of the people probably will talk about the Juneteenth. And there was a time when I think it's picked up more popularity in the last few years. There was a time when it was less popular. It was kind of like, we as people, we kind of go through ups and downs of what's popular in time. And I think the last 10, 20 years, it was always more popular in the South. And I think the last decade or two, it's become more popular all over the country. Of course, it's now a holiday in many states. So um, it's kind of gained popular. And again, it's good for people to learn the history,
Yeah.
because you know, the war ended didn't mean we were all free.
Yeah.
Took a while for the news to get around. They knew, but they didn't tell us. So that'll be good. So you talked about your business and some of the things that we're going to you're going to grow into. What we got another comment
We
here.
got some comments I see.
Somebody from Neek Savage says she custom makes. Oh, thank you. She custom makes my shirts. I'm assuming this is a customer of yours,
Yes.
and I'm assuming she's satisfied. She's got two little like emojis there,
Yes.
so I'm apparently done some good work for her. Well, thank you, Miss Savage, for giving her a shout out. I'm sure. We got another comment I missed. Timmy, you have folks tuning in today.
Yes.
Says yes, support her business and brand. She customized me a hat. All right, Mr. Turner. Turner says, all right. She made fire custom Fits, and she got the kids
Kids.
right for graduation, all ages. Well, first, it's good to see folks are coming on and supporting you guys.
Yeah.
You we've had some folks, some new listeners to the program, and party supplies. Well, first of all, it's you can advertise all day long. You can put all the banners and posters and TV programs. Nothing gets your business name out there like people who you've
Yeah.
satisfied. And so it's good to have the folks tune in, make the comments. But that's you can't pay people to say good stuff if you don't give them good service.
Yeah.
So that's a testament, I think, to what you're giving folks. So you talk about some of the things you're doing now under the graphic design and the t-shirts and backdrops. What you talked about some equipment you want to buy next. What's the next step for you?
I am in the process of getting me a building.
A building.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to take this serious. I want this to be like my business. I want to blow up like Kohl's and JCPenney's.
Okay.
So I am in the process of getting a building and working with someone, and I just got a new machine and I have way more to come.
So do you have like stuff all over your parents' house right now?
No, they set me up an office in their basement. Yes.
Way to go, parents. They don't want to junk around.
They was like, no.
Well, that's good. You talk about having a mentor. I'm gonna come back to your next step, but
okay.
And if you could take advice, interview from an old guy too. Get involved. There's a lot of training goes on for business owners. I know your business is doing your thing, but there's a lot of training goes on with speaking for business owners.
Okay.
I know it down at the hub, the GVSU. They have a program there for business entrepreneurs.
Oh, I did not know that.
So get involved, and I'll make sure I get the information to you. But just sharing information with people who are new in business like you, or people who've been in it for a while. Little work stuff, a lot of things you don't have to pay for, like just help learn how to set up different payment methods and some of your documents. A lot of workshops will help you learn to do those things, So when you see those kind of things, especially when they're free,
yeah.
Try to jump into those. You'll be surprised. Again, the information people share. It's nothing like learning from somebody else's successes as well as their mistakes.
Right.
So next step, you're looking for a building.
Yes.
More space. You talked about some additional equipment that you want to purchase.
Yes.
So what do you have in mind there?
So I just purchased a Cricut machine.
Okay.
Right now,
So you got to go slow for me now. A Cricut machine.
Yes.
What does this machine allow you to do?
It's a cutting machine. Right now, I hand cut all of my stuff for my products. So it takes me a little longer. The Cricut machine will help cut material for you, and you can use more material than the material that I use right now.
Oh, good. Okay.
Offers a variety of colors.
Okay.
I want a bigger heat press and I need a bigger printer. So those two are on the way. So I don't have to order my banners and backdrops anymore. I could just print them straight from my office.
Oh, cool. Okay. All right. So you got growth plans. You got some capital investments you're looking for in the future.
Yes.
You're getting how are you getting new customers on? Just word of mouth, or people seeing your Facebook? Are you doing any other advertising?
Pretty much both. I just started doing more advertising with I printed out my own business cards. I made my own business cards, printed them out. I started leaving them places, but before that, getting me more customers and me blowing up was from word of mouth. And a lot of people, like some of my customers that I made stuff for, they posted on their Facebook and people were like, "Who made that?" And they tagged me, or some people that I didn't even make stuff for, they just see me do good work on Facebook and they'll tag me in someone's post that's looking for things to be made. So
of this, what's been the most fun for you from the time you started? What's been the part you think when you think about you enjoy the most?
Seeing my customers happy.
Good. So when you lay down and out on your pillow and you dream, GaLeecia's designs, and it's okay to dream. What are the dreams you see for your business?
I want a big building. I eventually want people that can work with me. I'm not going to say for me because I'm still going to be working with my business as well. Just want to be successful.
And when you think about your business, do you have a theme like that's working in your head, like a motto, or people come to GaLeecia's, you say you want them to leave satisfied. Is there like a model that's kind of working in your head? If this is what I'm about. If I said, okay, GaLeecia, 30 seconds, tell everybody what your business, what you want them to know about your business. Some people call it like your elevator pitch, but what's like your model for doing business with folks? Have you thought about it?
I have not thought about that. That is a good question. 30 seconds, tell people about your business.
You want people to be happy with you.
Yes.
You want to
I
see,
want-
see like send them a smile when they walk away.
Yes.
And these aren't hard work. We're just having a conversation, you know.
Um,
Talking about it.
so I do want to see people happy. I want to make sure that they're satisfied. My motto is, because a lot of them just say, do your thing, you do good. So I love that they let me be me and be creative.
Yeah. So they
And
don't come in and say, like, tell you, you probably don't like that if you're creative, like people tell you exactly what to do and watch you stand over your shoulder and watch you.
I've actually had that before.
Really?
Yes.
Did it feel like it limited you a little bit?
Yes, they were staring at me the whole time I made their shirts.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think in any situation anybody would enjoy that. Okay. GaLeecia, we're getting close to time, but again, tell people the business name and how they can reach you.
My business name is GaLeecia Designs. You can reach me on Facebook at GaLeecia Rowe, GaLeecia Rowe, ROWE.
All right, folks, we're in the studio talking with GaLeecia Rowe. This young woman has started her own business and it's doing well. She's got folks giving her shouts out here during the program, and also she's also learned how to give back. She's looking to be a part of the Juneteenth Community Parade that's coming up on June the 19th in downtown Muskegon from 11 to 4 Muskegon Avenue. So, Josie, it sounds like you got a lot of things moving in the right direction. You got a lot of good family support behind you. I'm going to be looking for your name in the stars.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any final words you want to say? Any shout outs you want to give, or anything else you want folks to know about you and your business?
No, just shout out to everyone that's been shopping with me, and thank you for making me blow up this year. This is the most I've sold, so
Okay.
thank you.
So let me ask you this: how many hours a week are you working now?
With just my business,
Yes,
every day,
every day, 4 days.
full days.
And so I had to pull back because again, we do a lot of teaching people about people like, I want to own my own business, and they don't realize you don't punch out 8 to 5, right?
You don't. I've been trying to like limit my hours, but I always find myself still working when I say I'm going to be done.
Okay. And again, as some folks, all folks want to be entrepreneurs. You know, it's you. You know, you start when you start, you finish when you finish.
Yeah.
So, what do you do to take a break when you're working on things? I'm sure ideas come to you all the time.
Mhm.
What do you do to take a break from it and get it off your mind?
I like to go out and, well, not go out, but like go outside to enjoy the weather, go get
Why
food.
not go out?
I don't know. I don't go out as much.
Like to go out, enjoy the weather.
Yeah. Take a break, get some food, ice cream sometimes, and just relax. And then I go home and I start all over again.
Well, that's good. GaLeecia, thank you for joining us. Mom and Dad, thank you for coming into the studio. I wish you tremendous success in the future. Come back and see us again, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, folks. This has been GaLeecia Rowe, GaLeecia's Designs. We're going to take a little break, and we'll be back with our next guest.
What's something people don't know about community impact? A simple donation could transport kids to the heart of Ghana, opening a world of possibilities. Since 2017, thanks to 103.7, The Beat and community supporters like you, dozens of kids have embarked on a journey of a lifetime to Ghana. This isn't just any trip. It's filled with learning, adventure, and joy. These kids are diving into a culture rich in tradition. They're learning about the world beyond their textbooks. This program educates and connects communities, building bridges. Your support can light up a child's life. It's an exploration of potential and a celebration of new friendships. Donate today at kidsfreetriptoafrica.com. Every donation matters. Please donate today at kidsfreetriptoafrica.com. Thank you.
As an Olympic athlete, I prepare for everything. So when I became pregnant, I thought I was ready. But at 32 weeks, I was diagnosed with severe preeclampsia and had an emergency C-section. Looking back, had I known the warning signs, I would have talked to my doctor sooner. Too many women die of pregnancy-related complications, and most are preventable. If you or someone you know is pregnant or recently had a baby, learn the warning signs. It could help save her life. Hear her.
Good afternoon. We are back at Community Focus. Will you join me in welcoming to the program my next guest, who is Sergeant Shaun Kozal of the Muskegon Heights Police Department. Sergeant Kozal, how are you doing this afternoon?
Good. How are you doing, Mr. Burns?
Good. It's good to see you.
Yes, you too.
How are things at MHPD these days?
They're going great.
Good. Thanks for joining us on the program. I understand you have an event coming up we want to talk about a little bit about today. You want to tell us about that?
Yes. It's,
Well, before we do that, for folks that may not know you, tell folks a little bit about yourself and what you do there in Muskegon Heights.
Yes. So I'm Shaun Kozal. I'm a sergeant. Just recently got moved to an admin sergeant position. I've been here for 13 plus years.
Okay.
Worked nights, days. I've been a supervisor since 2020.
Okay.
Kind of in charge of training and a bunch of other admin stuff.
Okay.
And kind of supervising. Well, I was supervising a shift up until about a week ago, and now I've kind of moved to an admin role. Just
Okay.
helping out the chief.
All right. Good. So tell us about this event we have coming up.
Yeah. So the event is on June 20th. It's a basketball community event.
Mhm.
We were contacted by the Michigan State Police. They started this last year, where they got hooked up with the Basketball Cop Foundation, where they last year did 4 events, I believe it was, throughout the state. This year they've upped it. I believe they're doing 10 different events throughout the state.
Okay.
They've had one in Lansing and one in Inkster. Basically, it's officers will come out. We'll dress in, sporting attire. We're going to play some basketball. They're going to have, some other games. We got a bounce house coming out there. We're going to have a DJ out, some free food, just to interact with the community, to, show that, hey, you know what? We're just like everybody else. We like to play around and see us in a different light and be able to talk to us in a different way.
Okay. I got 2 questions burning in my head. First of all, who will be playing basketball?
So there are going to be some troopers.
Okay.
And then I still am working on finding out who my officers are going to be. But I think we got some good candidates that we're going to be able to throw out there.
Okay, that's going to be worth seeing in itself. I'm gonna look forward to that.
Yeah.
The second part is, there's folks that are old school. The police, we lock people up, chase the bad guys. Talk to people about why this isn't just a feel-good event, why officers like yourself do these types of events.
Yeah, that is not what we're out there to do. We are out there to make the community safe. I want, just like every other officer at Muskegon Heights, citizens to feel safe, to be able to go out, go to the parks, go, just hang out in their neighborhoods and not have to worry about being a victim of a crime. This is a way that we can, show that. We can also allow them to, give us another way to interact outside of calling 911, coming up to the police department. You can come up and talk to us about whatever you want. And that's what we're here for. And that's what we're here for every day. 365 days a year, we have an officer that'll come out and talk to you.
Okay.
So
And it's good for people to get that message, that there's, again, that there's a broader way of looking at what you all do as law enforcement officers.
Yeah, that's, we're trying to bridge that gap. That's not what we're out there, obviously if something happens, we're going to deal with it, but that's not what we are out there to do. We're out there to make sure the community is safe and that, everybody can have a fun and happy life.
Okay. And so you have the Muskegon Police Department, we have the state police. Some other city departments going to be participating?
The sheriff's department, we've contacted them. Hopefully they're going to be able to bring out their ice cream truck.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm a big fan of the sheriff's department ice cream truck.
Yeah. And I reached out. Hopefully our fire department will be out there. If it's warm, hopefully we can get them to set up a hose and we can cool some folks down. Okay. That sounds good.
And so you said this, they've done this before in other communities last year?
Yeah, I believe it was they had 4 events last year. They were received really well. And they were able to bump it up to 10. I believe it was 10 this year throughout the state. They've done one in Lansing already. It was on a cold day, but they still had a couple, 200-300 people.
Oh, wow.
And then I believe they've done 1 or 2 in the Detroit area so far, with great success as well. And I mean, even if we reach 15, 20 people, it's 15 or 20 people that, we've made a different contact with. Okay.
And I know the department says, I think I saw, you've done a number of other community events throughout the years. I don't know how well you can speak on those, but you've done some other community events over the last couple of years as well, haven't you?
Yes. I've been involved with the consumers energy walks throughout the community, handing out light bulbs, just getting another way that, to interact with an officer. And then obviously, we're participating with, Festival in the Park at the bike rodeos. And then I know Chief's involved with the guns program.
Yes.
Throughout the community in that. So, we're trying to get more officers. We're building our staff back up so we can get out to more of these events and be able to participate in a better way.
Okay. We got a comment from Michael Anthony Smith. He has a suggestion for you all. Make sure someone brings the Bengay.
Oh, somebody will. We will, because we do have some great younger officers. So I think they'll be okay. But I think if I play or a couple of the other guys, we definitely are going to need it.
Gotta be prepared. Prepared. Now, have you spent all your career in Muskegon Heights, or?
No, I actually I started out in 2001 up in the city of Whitehall part-time, worked up there for about 14 years.
Okay.
And then I've done some time in our dispatch center behind the radio, or on the other side of the radio. So, been around for over 20 years.
Okay.
But, I enjoy coming to work every day in the city of Muskegon Heights and helping out, doing what I can. And, I wouldn't change it.
That's kind of interesting. I don't, of course, my history in city government, but I don't recall hiring many police officers that work from the dispatch side. So that's kind of interesting. You bring that background.
Yeah. It was a great time. I enjoyed it, but wanted to come out and work the road and, make the difference out there. So, and, now we with the staffing we have, we're able to get out to do these events and, participate. So it's going to be fun.
Good. You mentioned the Festival in the Park. Do you know if you have any other major events planned this summer?
As of right now, I think Festival in the Park is the big one. I know we're trying to get some folks out to the end of the school year days today, but I don't know if that happened.
Oh, today? That's today?
Yeah, that was. Yep. So, and then outside of Festival in the Park, I think that's the only one we're really gearing up for. But then I think I know a couple of the churches do some back to school events, so I'm sure we'll get contacted for those and get ready for those.
Yeah, and the festival is at Mona Lake rather than Rowan Park this year with the construction at the park as well as on Broadway. So
Yes.
that'll
Yep. It is
present
gonna
its
be-
own different set of challenges and
Yes,
being
it's
there.
going to be. I think it's going to be another great event.
Uh-huh.
Just it's going to be a very different atmosphere.
Sure.
Being in the much larger open park, a little bit more space for everybody to come and gather in.
Mhm.
And we're again, everybody wants just another great event to happen for the city of Muskegon Heights.
Oh, good. Yeah, we're on the air with Sergeant Shaun Kozal. We're talking about the basketball cop community event in the city of Muskegon Heights on June the 20th from 1 to 4 p.m. at 8th Street Park. That's the corner of 8th and Hovey for those of you that don't know. So it's an opportunity to come out and enjoy some food and games and meet some of your local law enforcement professionals. So we hope that you will take advantage of that, get the chance to meet Sergeant Kozal as well as some of the other officers in local police departments as well as some of our state police. Sergeant, anything else? When we had this event on the 8th, you talk about the idea of interacting with the community. Is there anything else like when you have these kind of events that you kind of look for? At the end of the day, you say, this has been a successful day for us.
I mean, I just think somebody coming up and saying thank you, that is a great feeling to have. And if we can pass on one resource to somebody, if it's, for community engagement, if they have problems with substance abuse, anything that we can give a resource to for somebody, it's a win for us.
Yeah.
It's great to be able to have those resources and be able to, point somebody in the right direction to get the help that they might need, or, hey, just to have a conversation and cheer somebody up for the day.
Yeah. As I was talking about that, I remember, I forget what they call it, but some of the officers go Christmas shopping with some of the kids. What's that called?
Shop with a cop.
Okay.
Yep. And there is, I think, usually about 3 a year now between different departments and different organizations. I know Myers does them. Walmart is starting to get involved or has been involved. So there's plenty of those events around that, we're getting officers out to as well. And I mean, every department participates in those. Those are, great events as well.
Okay. While we have you here, we can put a little plug in for folks that might be thinking of a law enforcement career. What are the things they need to know in advance? I say you have to be 21 to be a police officer.
So if you put yourself through an academy, you do need to be 21. But if a department puts you through, you can be, under 21. But you can be, 18 and a department can put you through the academy.
Okay.
Obviously a high school education, a willingness to serve, to go, to be able to, not just think of yourself, but think of others when you're doing this. And then just to, obviously, if you want to go to grab a college, an associate's degree at the community college or college is great. And life experience is key to be able to, I think, in my opinion, to be able to help serve a community, to be able to have some life experience, to be able to know how to solve a problem.
Okay. I got a question coming through from the station here. It says, recently, security cameras with solar panels have been installed in the city. Is this part of a program? So I don't know how much of that you want to discuss.
I can discuss. It's a grant that you helped the city get. And it's like the camera trailer that is owned by the city of Muskegon Heights Police Department. That we are going to, set up in hotspots. It's a resource for us. Again, the community safety piece, a tool for us. If we have a hotspot that we want to, throw some cameras up, it gives us that ability.
Yeah, and it's not a clandestine thing. I mean, we want people to know. Again, this is there. If something happens,
Yes.
we got photos and don't help.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Yes.
who
And
might.
yeah, not one bit that we're trying to be out there sneaky and do that. It is trying to make a safe environment. It is a resource for us that if something does happen, we can find the evidence or find a vehicle that we need in question that was related to a crime.
Yeah, and again, that's the camera that's I think it's currently at Hoyt and Sherman.
We actually did recently just move it.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
down Walks in Broadway area.
Okay.
But yeah, it'll be everybody's going to see it throughout the city. It'll be down at Festival in the Park.
Okay.
Just as another tool for us. It's another set of eyes for us.
Okay. And then folks may also, if you want to talk about the flock cameras as well.
Yeah. Again, the city has, I believe it's 7 or 8 of them out throughout the city.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they're, it's a tool for us, not anything that, we sit and watch. It is something that we can try and use to find a stolen car, get somebody's property back that if a vehicle was stolen, or, find a vehicle that was involved in a crime. It's a great resource. Several departments throughout Muskegon County have them, and they have been very successful in helping solve, some major crimes throughout Muskegon County.
Good. Michael Anthony Smith asks, how many active officers are in the Muskegon Heights Police Department?
Yes. Currently, we are at, I believe, 16 on the road. We have 3 in our detective bureau. We have 5 road patrol sergeants, and then the chief of police, and some admin positions as well. We got our school resource officer, and then an evidence tech officer.
Okay, good.
So we're running right around 30, I think, total-ish.
Okay. I was asking, we're talking about, people that might be interested in the academy and the age. From your experience, and you've been around a while, what's probably the biggest misconception that people have once they come out of the academy and actually start doing the police work?
The biggest misconception is just going to be how the community reacts to us.
Okay.
I don't think it's out there that nobody likes us, but that is not true.
Okay.
On a day-to-day basis, we get thanked for what we do. We get highs and all that stuff. So I think it is the communities do care. And that's the misconception that's out there is, everybody's out to get us, and that's not true.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. So you can go to the academy yourself, or you can be sponsored by a department.
Yep.
Then the other requirements, of course, you need to have a clean criminal background, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta be able to pass our background from both the police department and the academies are running their own backgrounds because they are responsible for putting out these candidates as well.
Okay.
But yeah, the background is a big part of the whole process, and then obviously interviews, and then but yeah, just being able to have a good interview, being able to talk to people, communication skills.
Yeah. Now I don't know the answer to this. Do you allow people to do ride-alongs, or maybe if they're in the academy, if they want to do ride-alongs, do we allow that?
Yeah. Yep. If you're in an academy, we do allow ride-alongs. We do allow citizen ride-alongs. They do have to be approved by the chief of police.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's not something we just regularly. Somebody walks in the door and says, "Hey, I want to do a ride-along."
Yeah.
There's got to be a purpose behind it.
Sure.
But there is the ability to do a ride-along if you do want to think about having a career in law enforcement. Come on down to the department, fill out the ride-along form, and we'll get you with an officer.
Okay. And I know we're talking about some other things, but I think it's good for folks to hear these things. One of the other things that I know the department's been involved with for some time is, and I want to say that you said you're one of the first departments to work with, love you work with the social worker.
Yes, we have an embedded social worker, Angela. She's from Health West.
Mm-hmm.
We're one of 3 agencies in Muskegon County. The city of Muskegon and Norton Shores both have an embedded agent.
Mm-hmm.
She rides along with officers, responds out on calls. She is a great resource for us as well. Helped us with a number of individuals that are having, mental health crises or are just having some social issues.
Mm-hmm.
She's able to respond out with us, make contact, and then she actually, if she's not riding with an officer, she goes out and makes contact with community members as well that we might we have referrals. We send her a note, say, hey, we were on this call. This might be a person that could use some services that you have more access to. The skill set that she has can help. So yeah, it is a great resource for us. And we hope we can keep it as long as we can.
Yeah. And I hope what folks are hearing, Sergeant, is, again, there are a lot of the tools that you all use to help do police work. You got the social worker, the community activities, the cameras, and we have a modern police department here in Muskegon Heights. But again, you have a wide range of tools that you use to try to, again, make communities safe.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, these are just more tools on our tool belt. And I always tell people that, the police department, we're only one part of solving the problem. Health West, so the social workers are another part. The community is a huge part, being able to have the resources to be able to direct somebody to.
Okay.
So it's not, it's not just us that's solving the problem. It's everybody.
All right. One more time, Sergeant Kozal, why don't you, folks might listen to me, but why don't you invite folks again out to the event on June the 20th?
Yes. Yeah. We want everybody to come out June 20th from 1 to 4 at 8th Street Park. We're going to be at the basketball courts at 8th and Hovey. We want to see everybody out, come out, have a great time. We got some free food. We're going to have some beverages out there, a DJ. Again, the bounce house for the kids. I think we got some cotton candy and some ice cream to be out there as well. So come out, have a laugh. I'm sure some of us officers will be able to make some folks laugh with our skills. So come on out. It'll be a great time.
All right, Sergeant, I know we got you last minute with some. Oh, look, there's the flyer. Great.
All right.
The staff is on top of it here. Sergeant, I know we got you at the last minute. I appreciate you coming on, spending some time with us. I know you've got a lot to do there. So I want to thank you for that. Thank you for the hard work you put in for the community, you and all the officers there. We really appreciate it and look forward to seeing you all on the 20th at 8th Street Park.
Yes. All right. Thank you. We'll look forward to seeing everybody out there too.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. We're going to take a brief break, folks. It'll come back and we're going to close out the program for the day.
What's something people don't know about community impact? A simple donation could transport kids to the heart of Ghana, opening a world of possibilities. Since 2017, thanks to 103.7, The Beat in Community, supporters like you, dozens of kids have embarked on a journey of a lifetime to Ghana. This isn't just any trip. It's filled with learning, adventure, and joy. These kids are diving into a culture rich in tradition. They're learning about the world beyond their textbooks. This program educates and connects communities, building bridges. Your support can light up a child's life. It's an exploration of potential and a celebration of new friendships. Donate today at kidsfreetriptoafrica.com. Every donation matters. Please donate today at kidsfreetriptoafrica.com. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Community Focus. What a great day. A couple of great interviews today. I want to close out the program with a couple of thoughts before we wrap up. One, man, it's nice to see this beautiful June weather kicking in. June is my month. It's also my birth month, so I'm really excited about it. But a couple of things. First, if you heard the appeal for the kids' free trip to Africa. We're a couple of weeks away. We still aren't 100% our goal, and the community has sponsored this every year. So I want to just make an appeal to you. If you thought about it, if you think, well, my $5 won't make a difference. When people say there's no gift too small, I want to remind you, I'm a old political science student. And back in the 80s, there was a candidate that ran for president, and his opponent was the big money opponent. And one of the things he did to catch up with his opponent running is he pushed those $5 to $25 donations. If we could get a couple of million people all over the country just understand the value of sending $5, $20, $25, and just push the money up over the top. So I want you to think not that you can alone sponsor somebody going to Africa, but man, if you and a couple of folks in your family all put a couple of dollars together, if you put your dollars with my dollars, we can do some amazing things. And one of those amazing things would be supporting these kids in this life-changing trip to Africa. I have a brother that travels all over the world. He's been blessed, and I've got a ton of hats. I don't get to travel like him, but let me tell you, I got hats from Panama, South America, uh, Tanzania, the Vatican. I got hats all over that I don't even get to wear. And so it's my way. I think it's his way of just, as we're brothers, we're close, of letting me be a part of the experience. I just ask him about the trips when he returns, but they mean a lot to me, and I dare you to try to take one from me. So I appreciate that. Again, it's my way of kind of sharing the trip with him. And so you get a chance to be a part of these young people's life and share this trip. So I want to encourage you. I want to make the appeal to you. If you've been thinking about it, you can click on WVVS. They can tell you how to give. But I just want to encourage you to do that. Be a part of something good and something big. My brother, Gregory T., man, seriously, get well, brother. I know you're working at it, but we really miss you around here. To my guest today, to the young lady, Mrs. Rowe. Really proud of you. Keep up the hard work. It's good to see folks calling in supporting you. So we look forward to seeing where you're going. To Sergeant Kozal, who joined us last minute, thank you for coming in, and we hope folks will take advantage of the event that's on the 20th, just to meet our officers in a different light. It's just a different way to see and enjoy this Muskegon community. I want to thank you folks that tune into this program on a weekly basis, that comment. Brother Smith down there in Texas. I know you got the heat down there, but I appreciate folks like you who just pop in, who make comments. I know you're from here, but you still have community ties here. You probably still bleed a little bit of orange and black. So we appreciate you folks that tune into the program. To Big Rob, to PA, to Lady J, to DJ Q89, all the folks that make us look good and sound good around here, that give us this opportunity. We hope that we're putting something out there that the community appreciates and they listen to. I take time out of my schedule weekly to do this because I think it's important, and I think we offer something to the community. So I hope we're doing that for you. If you've got some thoughts, some ideas, feel free to call the station or message the station, let us know, and we'll see if it's something that we can bring on the program here. Listen, folks, as my brother Gregory T always says, you know what? Why don't you go out there, do something good for somebody, forgive somebody, hug somebody, find a way to be a blessing to somebody. I am Melvin C. Burns II. Oh, almost forgot. Shout out to my wife and her family that's traveling to a family funeral down in Tennessee. You guys travel safely. I'm Melvin C. Burns II. This has been Community Focus. We'll see you all next week.
The wait is over. The all-new Umoja Radio Network, home to over 40 Black-owned radio stations and podcasts, is here for you. Connect to the world's fastest-growing collection of unapologetically Black and proud media, from podcasts to independent Black-owned radio stations, and access to the important news and music you need. Umoja Radio is from our culture, by our culture, for our culture. The all-new Umoja Radio is available right now on Google Play and the Apple Store. Join the movement. Be empowered.